So apart from acquisition of as much knowledge as possible and doing it continuously, you also must have the quality, the character that enables you to face challenges, to be brave, to stand on your feet and face challenges, think about it, develop a strategy, develop a plan so as to overcome obstacles, and then you will succeed and your society will also succeed. So there are many models. Malaysia has this policy of looking east. We are looking east because in the east we find very successful countries. We looked east a long time ago. Now, of course, the West is looking east because the West has not done so well now. All of them are bankrupt. Greece today is literally bankrupt, and Spain is going that way, and so is Portugal, so is Italy, and even France and Britain are in a bad shape. They now look to the east. We have been looking at the east a long time ago, and now they are saying that yes, it's right, we must look east. There are many things that we did before. There are many things that we did before which were condemned by them, but now they are doing it on a grander scale, like bailing out companies. When we bail out our companies during the financial crisis, they said, no, you must let failed companies go bust, go bankrupt. But when their companies fail, they printed money and invested. We should learn how to print money also. You see, actually they don't print money, they wrote a check. You know, a check is as good as money. But what I would like to say is that in the 21st century, there will be many, many more challenges. The challenges will be different. You can only face these challenges and overcome them or make use of them if you have the knowledge, and your knowledge must be up to date. Not yesterday's knowledge. You must have the latest knowledge, and you must have the character of people who are able to meet challenges, who believe in themselves. Malaysia boleh, kita boleh, we can. We can beat anybody else, provided we have the knowledge and we have the right value system and attitude which would enable us to overcome the challenges of the future. So I will stop there. Thank you. I'm told that I have to be my own chairman, and there will be questions. Whether there will be answers is a different thing, but the questions are okay. So I would like to invite you to ask questions. Not too many, of course. I'm 87 years old. So have some compassion for a doddering old man. Thank you. Yes?
Assalamualaikum, Tun.
Yes.
My name is Zainal Ifin bin Mohamad, PETRONAS sponsored student in final year in Electrical Electronic Engineer. I have 3 questions for you. The first one, I really respect and amaze how Tun govern the government and make many policy to develop Malaysia. I also your silent leader in CHEDET, and I'm really impressed by your perspective. So, can I know what and whom your reference so I can see your point of view too? Because Tun said we should keep learning, keep on learning about the current knowledge, but Tun didn't mention what's the reference. Maybe you can make a explanation for us. And the second one is regarding UTP. I have noticed PETRONAS have reduced sponsorship for students to study in UTP. I would like to recommend this matter to be considered, especially by the Chancellor. And Because as before, during 28 and above my batch, I noticed that many of the top students in each school learn in UTP. But right now, in today's policy, I think most of them are in overseas. That's my analysis about UTP. And the third one, the third question, I would like to ask opinion about graduate student. It is necessary for them to search for employers and working for other people or making their own business. If I want to make business, what policies or government support for young entrepreneurship? Because I think you are the Prime Minister before, you know many policies and government support, right? That's all. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Now, governing a country is normally entrusted to uneducated people. You know, if you want to work anywhere, they will ask you, what is your qualification? Did you pass your SPM? Did you get a degree in the university? All these are qualifications, even if you want to become an office boy. But if you want to become a politician, what is your qualification? Nothing. Nothing at all. In fact, there was once a minister who couldn't sign his name. He signed it with an X. He couldn't read, but he became a minister in the federal government. So the easiest thing to be is to be a politician. But whether you succeed or not depends upon your knowledge, your qualification, your attitude towards things. So it's easy to become a politician, but not easy to become a successful politician. To become a successful politician, you must have knowledge. So the first thing you need to do is to have knowledge. Of course, knowledge in many fields, but knowledge in politics or this governance and administration would be useful. If you have that, if you have this wide field of knowledge, then you can tap this knowledge in order to face problems. Now, let's say Malaysia. You know, Malaysia is multiracial. And normally, multiracial countries are not stable. Multiracial countries usually see a lot of violence, each race fighting against the other races. That's what is common with multiracial countries. Some countries, upon attaining independence, decided to get rid of people whom they call the immigrants, the people who came from other countries to settle in their countries. This was done in Uganda, where the Indians were expelled. It's done in Myanmar or Burma. When they became independent, the Indians were expelled. And in many countries, they expel the foreigners. So that is the result of shallow thinking. But in Malaysia, our first Prime Minister decided, no, we will not expel them. We will work together with them. We will share these countries together with the people who consider this country as their own. So as a result, we achieve peace, stability. And only in peace and stability can a country develop. That is logical thinking. If this country is not stable, can it develop? If every day you see demonstration on the street, every day we see people shooting at each other, every day you see people quarreling, no country can develop in such a situation. But when you have peace and stability, then you can focus, for example, on acquiring knowledge, going to the university, going to the schools and university. So this kind of logical thinking comes to you if you have knowledge and you observe what is happening in other places and you borrow their ways in order to apply to your own situation. So when we were